Well, hi guys. I was tagged by my friend the Atheist Gal to do a video called Questions I Hate. Now, I want to thank you first of all for tagging me. It's been a while since anyone's tagged me for anything, and I appreciate it. But I have to say, there's not a lot of questions that I hate unless you consider the context of the questions. Because generally speaking, I don't really mind when people ask me stupid questions. But sometimes, yeah, I mind. And the ones I mind, it all depends on the context I'm getting asked the questions in. For example, for people who don't already know, I'm sitting right now in my shop where I do body piercing. I've been body piercing for about 12 years now, and I've pierced about 25,000 people. And in this little town that I live in, it's a statistical fact that I've pierced one person out of every 3 people that live here. So it's fair to say that I'm well recognized when I'm walking through town or out for the evening. And because of that, it is inevitable that when I go out to enjoy myself, some person or people will come up to me and want to ask me any number of questions regarding body piercing. Now, normally when I'm walking through town or shopping or whatever, I don't really mind when people come up to me and say, how much does blah, blah, blah cost, or any other questions relating to body piercing. But if I'm out at a pub, or if I'm with friends or family at the beach, or at a party, or at a nightclub, or whatever, the fucking last thing I want to talk about is body piercing. Thank you very much. I would like to be able to enjoy myself without having to talk about work. Is that too much to fucking ask? I don't think so, frankly. But you might be surprised to learn that every fucker out there in the world does think it is fucking too much to ask. It pisses me off. It annoys me. Now, sometimes the questions themselves annoy me just because they're asinine, stupid, and dumb. Like, for example, when someone asks me, how much does your knob hurt when you get that pierced? How are you supposed to quantify pain? That is a ridiculous statement. How much does your knob hurt? What am I supposed to say? It hurts 3? It hurts 6? Does that help you? If I give you a number, does it help? I mean, what if I say it hurts 6? Is 6 a lot of pain to you, or is 6 not much pain to you? What if I say 3? How do you know my 3 is the same as your 3? It's a fucking ridiculous question. How much does blah 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 hurt? You can't quantify pain. So that's just a dumbass question in general. But I particularly get annoyed about it when I'm trying to enjoy myself. I also get annoyed about body piercing questions when I'm trying to enjoy myself for the simple fact that I'm here at my fucking shop not less than 60 hours a week, okay? Not only that, but when it comes to questions about the prices of my piercings, I get fucked off about people asking me about how much piercings cost when there's a fucking price list right there next to the front door on the window. So I don't even have to be open and you can find out the answers to these questions. So please, don't come up to me when I'm trying to get drunk and expect me to have an intelligent, rational conversation with you about stuff I should be talking to you about when I'm at work getting paid. So that's that. Question number 2 that really pisses me off when I get asked it, and this one's annoyed me my entire life, and that is, do you believe in God? It annoys me for several reasons, most obviously because of the loaded nature of the question. Whether someone is asking from a religious standpoint or not, more often than not, anyone who asks that question is asking it because they want to fill in little blanks in their mind about your personality or your character. And most of those blanks they think have something to do with your answer to the question when really they don't. For example, if someone's asking me from a religious point of view if I believe in God and I say no, which is my inevitable answer, they may jump to the conclusion that I'm a liberal, which just so happens to be the case, but isn't necessarily going to be the case just because I'm an atheist. Or they might jump to the conclusion that I am a immoral person, or that I am somehow angry at God, or any number of stupid assumptions that people make just because you don't believe in God. So yeah, I get annoyed at the question because of its loaded nature. I also get annoyed at the question simply because it's completely irrelevant. Whether my answer is yes or no, it's completely irrelevant, or should be. How does what goes on in my head affect you in any way? It doesn't. That's my own opinion anyway. And I just don't understand why people want to pigeonhole and categorize based on arbitrary information like whether or not I believe in a deity. So yeah, that question fucking pisses me off. Last but not least, I get annoyed when people ask me if I believe in evolution. Because to me, it's not an article of faith. When someone asks me if I believe in evolution, my answer is usually something along the lines of, no, I don't believe in evolution. I accept evolution. In the same way that I accept that the sun is hot. Okay, the sun is hot because there is sufficient evidence to prove to my satisfaction that it's hot. I don't have to go there to know it's hot. There's enough evidence in the physical world to prove to me, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that the sun is hot. That's how I feel about evolution. There's so much evidence that supports the theory of evolution that I can't understand how people don't accept it. Not accepting evolution is an article of faith, not the other way around. So yeah, the question really, really pisses me off. And again, people asking that question, ask it from a loaded, it's a loaded question. There's an agenda behind it. And it just, let's have an honest conversation if you like, but, I just don't like ambush questions and questions which have ulterior motives. Stuff like that just irks me. So those are my answers. I hope they were sufficient, right? Now, I'm going to tag 5 people. You're supposed to come up with 3 to 5 questions that really piss you off or annoy you. And the people I'm going to tag are as follows. Even though I tagged during my last tag video, I'm going to tag her again because she doesn't make videos as often as I might like her to. And so I'm hoping that if I tag her a lot, she'll make more videos. And that's the Lizard Lass. Yeah, I think you're really cool. So tell me what pisses you off when people ask you. I'm also going to tag Vogter2100. Vogter and I have been friends on YouTube now for a little over a year. And I haven't seen Vogter do a tag video since I can't remember when. So Vogter, now's your turn to do a tag video, and I'm sure there must be plenty of questions that annoy you, my friend, and I'm sure it'd be entertaining to find out what those are. Next on my list of taggees here is Freethinker3161. Again, he doesn't make videos as often as I might like him to, so I'm giving him a little prod by tagging him. Looking forward to seeing what you got to say there, mate. Next on my list here is Gemma Flipper. I just love his sense of humor, so I know his is going to be a good tag video. And last but by no means least on this list is Copernicus. Now, Copernicus is someone who does not suffer fools gladly. So I'm absolutely sure that whatever questions annoy him are going to be very entertaining to find out about. So Copernicus and the rest of you, please do your worst. I'm looking forward to your videos. And to everybody out there, thank you for watching. May all your ups and downs be ups.